Before I begin, I first want to let you all know that this video is brought to you by the eldritch horrors known as Zalber Sigwa and Ryan Ofori. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, on to the video. So, you are all very nice. I constantly see comments talking about how authentic I seem and how chill things are and how calming my voice is, which also I don't really understand. I think my voice is grating and I sound like a 13-year-old, but thank you all for all of those kind words. What I want to talk about today is one type of comment in particular that I see very, very often. So there are dozens or maybe even hundreds at this point of comments on how nice I seem or how compassionate or understanding or kind I am. And again, thank you so much. This is kind of the vibe that I'm going for. I really do want to be the patient maternal teacher in the cozy sweaters with the cuddly cats, but I want to look at this a little bit deeper because while I've always been like this, as long as I can remember, I don't necessarily think that it's a good thing. I think a lot of my kindness comes from anxiety and rejection-sensitive dysphoria and just constantly wanting to be liked by everyone all the time. I always want affirmation that I'm doing things right and that I'm not causing harm to anyone. I'm hyper aware of how other people see me, and I try extremely hard to be seen as a helpful, happy, kind person because I feel like if I can't be seen as that, then I would rather not be seen at all. I've always worried about hurting people, about accidentally hurting feelings or offending friends and family. When I was little, I would save all of my birthday and Christmas and other holiday cards and keep them in a big box under my bed. I saved every single card, every single one that I got for any holiday, because I thought that if somebody found out that I threw away their $2 Hallmark card, that they would think that I hated them and that would break their heart. I also I made sure to rotate which of my stuffed animals got to sleep on my bed with me so that they wouldn't think that I was playing favorites, because it would make them sad if they weren't my favorite, inanimate plush stuffed toy. And even now, 20 plus years later, I still have this seed of do no harm inside me. I'm a pacifist, I'm a bleeding heart, anti-war, pro-social programs hippie, basically. And for a while, I thought that was how everyone should be. I was kind of like the tone police. I thought that if everyone was just nicer, that would solve all of our problems. I thought that there was no excuse for violence ever. I thought that calm conversations were all you needed to change someone's mind, even about really big, serious things. I thought that kindness was the solution to pretty much everything. Do no harm means that you have to be nice to everyone and say yes to everything and smile and nod and be positive no matter the cost, right? But now I realize that the saying isn't just do no harm. There's also a second line. Do no harm, but take no shit. For a lot of my life, until very, very recently, actually, I was kind of a doormat. I didn't know how to say no to things. I thought that no meant that I was rude or mean or lazy. I thought that I had to say yes to everything to prove that I liked people and that I could be helpful and that people could rely on me. And what I've learned since then, where I'm at now, is I understand that kindness isn't when you say yes to everything. Kindness is understanding that other people are full, complex, complicated humans. It's empathizing with people who disagree with you. It's patience and forgiveness. But the most important thing that I learned is that kindness isn't just about other people. Kindness is about you, too. And that might sound really silly and obvious, but I mean, really think about what that means. It means being patient and forgiving and having empathy and understanding for yourself. It's forgiving yourself when you screw up. It's not holding yourself to some cosmically high standards and falling into self-loathing when you inevitably don't meet those standards. Kindness is about standing up for yourself. It's about learning how to say no when you need to. It's fighting for what you believe in. And I know that kindness isn't the solution to everything. You can't stop a whole fascist regime through the power of friendship. And sometimes, when you've tried kindness and it doesn't work, you have to resort to other solutions. And that's okay. And I'm still a pacifist. I'm still a bleeding heart everything, but I think I'm learning and I'm trying to do better and learn and grow and change when I need to. And it's hard, and I get frustrated with myself sometimes when I'm not acting however I think I should be. Kindness is still a fundamental part of who I am. I still strive to be kind and understanding and patient and empathetic in everything that I do. But I also understand that all of that also applies to me and how I treat myself. I have to learn to be kind to me too. So I guess what I want you to get out of this, if you take anything away from this video, is be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Know that kindness is an important virtue, but it's also not the end-all be-all. It doesn't solve everything. It can't solve everything. So ultimately, don't forget that the saying has two lines. Do no harm, but take no shit. And until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and I will see y'all again soon, I hope. Bye, folks. Alright, I forgot to mention this while I was actually recording the video, but I do want to give a huge shout out to the Eldritch patron Zauber. They have actually been working with me to turn my scripts into usable captions for these videos, and many of you have commented on how much you like the captions and how kind of fun they are, and that is all Zauber. So feel free to leave some love for them in the comment section below. And Zauber, thank you so much for working with me on this and helping to make my videos more accessible to the whole community. For Ryan, this is a discovery. I was 7 when I found the skeleton in the woods. Those alabaster doe bones, bare and mud-covered, just there under the brush. I crept and knelt and studied the fleshless remains. My hands were like a painter's hands, palms stained purple with mulberry juice, fingers inspecting bone-handled brushes dyed with the dyes of the forest, mud and blood. I chose my bone, not too big, not too thin, short enough to fit in my pocket, but long enough to be a wand or a sword, or just a treasure that I kept in my box of treasures, next to acorns, wheat pennies, and sea glass.